Retro Rat here coming at you with another pickups video. Today is July 13th, 2014. As you can see, I'm in my living room from the different background. Figured to be a little bit easier so I can handle everything I need to handle today rather than carrying it downstairs, upstairs, and all that other whatnot. In the comments down below, I want you guys to answer the simple question. Has your significant other, brother, spouse, aunt, uncle, whoever in your family that has no bearing on video game collecting or hunting or anything like that put their 2 cents in on where we should go or what we should do to go game hunting? And it paid off for you in the end. As you remember last week, my wife was in the mood for a chicken cheesesteak, and that's why we chose to go to a video game store out where the chicken cheesesteak was, where I've never been to, and I picked up a really rare and expensive Mega Man game for my collection that was completely underpriced. This week, good friend of mine, PJ, on one of our Facebook groups, said if you're ever in Emerson, Pennsylvania, you should check out this video game store. So I checked to see how far away it was. It was like 45 minutes. Asked my wife if she wanted to go for a ride. She said sure. We called. Stores closed on Sundays and Mondays. So there went that. And then she goes, well, why don't we go to the other store we didn't go to last week because I wanted to go get the cheesesteak. So we did, and as we were driving, we got a really nice score at a thrift store. So in the comments down below, let me know if that's ever happened to you. Give me a story on what happened and what you found. As always, give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel. And if you aren't aware, I'm having a video game contest because I just hit 200 subscribers a couple days ago. In the comments down below will be a link to my subscriber contest video, which will tell you what you need to do to enter the contest. As far as the prizes, we haven't determined what the prizes are going to be. I still have a couple weeks to come up with some prizes. If you haven't seen what I give away in prizes, in the link down below will be my 100 subscriber contest prizes that were released. If I've reached 50 subscribers, which means if I go to 250, I will increase the prizes as well. First and foremost, we're going to start off with things that I purchased via eBay. I picked up a Yoshi's controller card for the N64 because I have Yoshi Story complete in box, missing the controller card. This was $4 from SosaFan. And while I was ordering that, I needed a couple NES little styrofoam things, so I ordered 25 of those to make it a little bit easier to ease the cost of shipping. I might as well get some stuff. If you remember last week, I got Mega Man Soccer the game. Well, I got the box and manual now, so that is complete. One of my best finds on eBay in a while. We just got home from the video game store. I was on a pretty good high. Checked eBay, and this listing just popped up. John Madden Football Championship Edition for the Sega. One cart, complete in box, and another one complete in box. Guy wanted $100, buy it now. The manuals are both screwed up, so I was able to get that for $100. I know it sounds really stupid and ridiculous, but these were rental exclusives, and the game's value between $100 to $150 a piece, and the loose cards are about $35. Unfortunately, a few of these are surfaced up, so the price dropped down to like $75 to $100 on the complete ones, and the loose ones like $30. He didn't mention that the manuals were jacked up, so I emailed him about that, and he gave me a $25 refund. So for $75, really good deal in here. I actually might just sit on these. I'll sell the loose one, and I'll probably sit on those for a while until they increase in value. Now, on to the journey. We're heading out to the video game store called, I don't even remember what it's called. On the way, we see a sign for a yard sale. It's around 12 o'clock, and naturally, you know me, I gotta stop. So, fortunately, we're on a 2-lane highway, so I am in the left lane, and I can't make that right. So I have to go about a mile down the road, swing a U-turn, swing another U-turn to get to the sale. I get to the sale, and I see those orange Deer Hunter plastic controllers for the Wii U, for the Wii, as well as one of those Guitar Hero Rock Band guitars. I noticed inside the orange things were the nunchucks for the weights. I asked the guy how much. He told me $5 for everything. I asked him if he had anything else. He said that his son has, a Wii system inside. And then I said, well, I'm really looking for the older stuff. He goes, his son has the older stuff, but he doesn't know if he's going to get rid of it. He went to Dunkin' Donuts to go get a coffee. Waited for him to come back, talked to the son. He said he'd bring it outside. Came outside with this size box. Now, while the son was inside, a neighbor had came across the street, and he was looking at the Rock Band stuff, and the dad said to him, do you have any older video games, trying to help me out? And the guy goes, actually, I'm looking to buy older video games myself. So now, what the dad tried to help me out actually now has this guy over my shoulder while I'm looking to buy this stuff. So when the son brought this giant box out, I tried to just open up the box just to see what it was and then close the box so the guy couldn't behind me see it. Inside the box, I noticed a Sega Genesis Model 3. All the cables and hookups are all inside here. NES system, a complete in box, in excellent condition, double player, wireless controllers for the NES, a complete in box, in almost perfect condition, action set, styrofoam. The only thing it's missing is the original owner's manual for the system, but I'm pretty sure I have a couple extras, so I'll include that as well for whoever gets that. And the last system was an Atari 2600. And everything that you see was wrapped in its own little Ziploc. All the controllers were in their own Ziplocs, all the games were in their own Ziplocs, and I saw the Ziploc container with the games. The only games that I saw really quick, as the guy is literally, I'm on the ground and he's over my shoulder looking at the games, the only ones that I saw really quick before I shut the thing was Kid Icarus, original Mega Man, and Mario Duck Hunt. That was enough with me seeing the action set and me seeing another original Nintendo. I shut it, asked the guy how much for the offer, and he said, what do you think is fair? I told him $80 would be my offer to him, which I kind of would have said $40 or $50, but being that the guy was right over my shoulder, I didn't want him to go, well, what's your offer, and go back and forth. So I tried to isolate the guy out as best I possibly can. The son goes, well, I don't know what the real value is, and I honestly told him, I said, the action set probably sells on eBay for around $100. And I wasn't going to lie to him. I flat out said that's what it is, and realistically, an action set in this condition will probably go for around $90 to $140 on eBay. I didn't mention how expensive Mega Man was, or Kid Icarus, or the other stuff, but whatever. The dad said, how's $100 sound? I said, well, if you include the Rock Band controller and the orange things, I only wanted the 2 nunchucks just to trade them in the GameStop to add more to my credit to pay off my PS4. So he said sure, gave him $100, came home, and here's the rest of the games. So you already saw Kid Icarus, the original Mega Man, and Mario Duck Hunt. You got Commando, Kung Fu, a messed up label of Turtles, Black Bass, Adventure Island, Track and Field 2, Friday the 13th, Tetris, Mario 3, Castlevania, The Karate Kid, and Miss Pac-Man. For Sega, had the original Sonic, Jurassic Park, Rampage Edition, missing the manual, Madden 96, and Bulls vs. Blazers. They were both complete. And for the Atari, we got Miss Pac-Man, Bowling, Centipede, Indy 500, Circus, E.T., Miss Pac-Man, Combat, Asteroids, and Breaker, which is sort of like Arkanoid for anyone who knows the newer version of that game. So for $100 for all that stuff, fantastic deal. I was very happy with that. So now I'm putting all that stuff in the car, and I asked the guy just out of curiosity, I said, listen, I know you have a Wii inside, do you have any games you want to get rid of? He brings out 4 games, Rock Band, Guitar Hero, and one of the games was Smash Brothers Brawl. 100% complete. I offered him $5. He took it. This is actually my copy. The copy that I got from him, I traded in the GameStop. And then we go on to the video game stores. The first video game store, it was probably the most unorganized and ridiculous store I've ever been to in my life. It literally looked like a hoarder just exploded, and it was unorganized but organized at the same time. They had glass cases wrapping around the entire store, and it was a massive store. And they had like bookshelves, all with like PS2, Xbox. But their rare games were mixed in with their common games on the shelves. The glass cases had like cheap, stupid titles. I mean, it was mind-boggling. The games that I got from there was Super Robo something or other, something, a whole big title. They had this price at $24.99. This game retails for around $50-$60. My copy has a water-damaged back cover art, so I'm going to switch the art out and then sell this to make my money back and then make a little bit on profit because, like I said, $25 sells for around $50-$60. And then I got Lunar Dragon Song. I know this game is terrible, but I need it for my Lunar series. This was $12 as well. Give you guys another example. I asked the guy if he had any complete in-box Super Nintendo N64 games because they had a couple in the case, but I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And he had mentioned that they keep all the rare and expensive stuff in the back, which, again, makes no sense if you have a glass case. Could display really nice in there. And he told me, and he said, name a few games. So I said, I'm looking for Mega Man 7 complete in box, Mega Man 5. He goes, oh, those games, those aren't really expensive. We'd put those out in a glass case, so we don't have those. So now it's got me curious because Mega Man 7 is like a $400 game, Mega Man 5 is like a $200 game. So I'm curious to see what does he consider expensive. So I'm expecting to see Little Samson come out, you know, Flintstones Dinosaur Peak, something stupid, Earthbound. He brings out Super Mario Kart for Super Nintendo, Tecmo 7 Stars, I think it's called, for the SNES, Dr. Frankenstein for the SNES, and Pokemon Stadium 2 for the N64. Now those were the really expensive games, so I was asking him what the prices were, and Tecmo, it was this boxing game, and he wanted like 80, which is completely stupid. Dr. Frankenstein was complete in excellent condition. He wanted 50. Again, another stupid expensive price. So at that point, I was like, let me check out the PS2 stuff. Inside the glass cabinet, there was, you know, games like Crash Bandicoot and things like that. But on the wall, mixed in with, you know, Dance Dance Revolution, was Mega Man X7, Mega Man 8, Suikoden 5. Like, it just didn't make any sense. So it took me a really long time to navigate through the stuff, and those were only two things I found. Went to another video game store that was the complete opposite. It was probably the nicest video game store I've ever been into, and they had probably the coolest thing in the world. They had a skill crane, and inside the skill crane was video game memorabilia, games, controllers, and it was all like stuff that was valued at like $15 or less, and it was 25 cents to play. I spent $3. I got nothing. My wife spent $1, and she got Spider-Man on her second try. So she destroyed me on the skill crane, which I thought I was good at it. Unfortunately, I wasn't. I mean, they had like 6-button Sega Genesis controllers and like some pretty good stuff. In that store, they had a really nice selection, really well displayed, nice glass cases, fair prices. They had Tales of the World, Radiant Mythology for the PSP I picked up. It was $14 or $15. Really good prices. Also, to go back to the other game store that was really stupid, they had a top-loading system for $50. So that other store had some fairly good prices, but you've really had to like dig through the stuff, which is fine. And then they had really expensive prices at the same time after you unearth, I don't know, whatever. As always, like and subscribe to my channel. Leave the comments down below to answer the question. My wife's 2 for 2. Hopefully we'll see where we go next week. Bye.